gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh yeah, it is my bitch.
Remember, the ball must travel 10 yards. It's loose. Mud Dogs football.
Go! Go! Dallas Cowboys! It's the go team of the senior pros. Let the whole world hear our bugles blow. Stand up! Stampede! Golden Dallas
You're really old.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys is right. How about them Cowboys? We sit here just 3 days before the Cowboys are set to report and shots are being fired at game time, Brian. All as I've ever done, Mark Holmes, is had your back. I feel like, Mark, that when me and you met, I think you were sitting around 54, 55K. Now you have exploded onto the scene and you are well over 100,000. You're killing it, my man. But I kind of think that I had a little something to do when you've met me. Things started to go. Listen, if you never met Game Time, you would be just fine. But, we met, we hit it off. We're kind of around the same age, even though you say I'm so young. Yeah, I'll be 53 in a couple weeks. You're like my older brother. My older brother was actually older than you, big man. But, of course I worry about you. But I kind of feel like I've had a little bit to do. I think I've helped you, just like you've helped me immensely. But the niceties aside, the nut hugging that you're doing with Stephen Jones these days is upsetting, and it makes me nauseous, bro. It makes me nauseous how much all of a sudden you've become a mouthpiece for the front office. Literally. How do you have the stones to come out and say anything positive about Stephen Jones? Listen, I understand. Number one, they're not selling the team. That's all BS. Number two, Stephen Jones is the general manager, even though that Jerry Jones thinks he's the general manager. They give him a lollipop and put him in the corner.
Settle down just a little bit.
I'm not settling down a little bit. I'm not settling down.
There it was. Glory hole.
I don't have the patience to jack with you today.
I'm not going to settle down. Jerry, Steven, listen, man. We could go back, Mark. We could go back. Years with this. The contracts, not addressing contracts in a timely fashion. That's just a fact. They're not doing their due diligence. And when you make excuses like Steven's coming out. Now, we'll get to some positive, but let's get back to you, Mark. Yeah, I say you need to slow down. Why? Because nobody else seems like, well, that's a little mean. I won't say that. You need to be reminded that you're no spring chicken, big boy. Okay? I know you. You need to work. I get it. After a 3-day trip to Canton, Ohio, you ready to cut some wood, whittle some wood, do something, rip shit off. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Very talented you are. I'm just saying, as you see, right? Eric Weirs, rest in peace. Stuart Morrison, rest in peace. These were guys way younger than me and you. The artist who just passed away, people, it's sad what's going on. Rashid, I just worry about my friend. I want you to be around a long time. I want longevity. You need to get your sleep, man. 8 hours of sleep. Get them sleeps. Let Tracy take care of you a little bit. That's all. That's all. You forgive me, for being worried about you, but I am not going to bow down to Stephen Jones. Never going to happen. I'm going to keep him for real, for real. I'm going to keep it 100 with him. Okay? When he offered DeMarcus Lawrence a 1-year deal, worth $10 million. That was embarrassing. Embarrassing, Mark. And what happened? He went to Jerry, and Jerry goes, well, let me step in and clean this one up. Stephen Jones is a chemical engineer. Where in the hell did he get the qualifications other than being family member to run the Dallas Cowboys? I'm not saying he's probably better than math than I am, but I can see the math. The math is he's not addressing contracts in a timely fashion. Deadlines make deals, my butt. Deadlines don't make deals. Deadlines make bad deals. Sorry, Jerry, this isn't the oil business. This is a hard salary capped NFL league that you have to be able to look 3, 4, 5 years down the road, know who's coming up, know who you're going to have to re-sign. My main problem is this. They have to address earlier on in these players' careers who's a keeper and who you're going to try and sell high. That's the bottom line. They wait. The only deals they do early are deals where there's an injured player involved. Dak Prescott, they signed him after he shattered his leg, put a no trade in. Michael Gallup, they signed him out of his at least his second torn ACL, expecting him to come back to 100%. Didn't happen. Zeke Elliott contract. Waited to the last minute. Deadlines make deals. We're still paying dead money on that shit. Okay? I'm sure there's more. Oh, Terrence Steele. The Terrence Steele. Hey, let's sign him long term after he tears his knee. There was a time where they didn't always do this, where they would throw money. Sometimes you're going to hit and sometimes you're going to miss. Jalen Smith, yet another failure. My man had drop foot. He was never right. Just because their doctor did the surgery, look at the prognosis of that injury. He was never going to be back 100%. Yet we gave him close to $60 million. Time and time again. Now, your boy, I love Dak. But you are on record as the Dak guy. It's a fact, whether you like it or not. Why are they waiting? Why did your guy, Stephen Jones, let Dak play on a 5th year? Why did you franchise him? And then you painted yourself in a corner with this general manager now that you're going to defend him? Come on, Mark. People are texting me saying, what are you, Mark don't like you anymore? Listen. It's all fun and games until the football is kicked off. And this is all I'm going to tell you, Mark. Maybe you should get a job at Landmark Grill. Because I trust you to run the command. And then maybe Steven will elevate you to run the team. I trust you more than Stephen Jones. And that's scary. Because Stephen Jones is going to have it all soon. He's going to be the guy writing the checks and doing a checkbook. Or Landmark Grill guy is going to be the guy who's going to slide into the GM. Will McClay deserves to be the GM. I don't know that he'll ever see that title. I think Stephen will be God, like whatever Jerry, is done. Let's put it that way. Yeah, he's already past the life expectancy. Whenever Jerry's not here anymore, Stephen's going to be the main guy / GM, and that's going to be scary. I hope, Stephen, you're a smart guy, Mr. Chemical Engineer, make Will McClay or somebody with football background the actual general manager. But I don't want to get too long-winded, but I'm not going to leave Stephen alone. That's why we do this here. And I'm not going to leave you alone. Go get a friggin' nap, Mark Holmes. You need a friggin' nap. We're all counting on you to go to L.A., Oxnard, and bring some serious content. I don't want to see you in Law Nation eating wings at wherever the hell you go. TGI Fridays or Applebee's or Chili's. I don't want to see you in Law Nation yucking it up. How's Trey Lance looking? I want information, and we're all counting on you. And you can't do that if you're laying in a hospital bed somewhere because you're burning the candle at both ends. Get your act together, Mark Holmes. And yes, I will not bow down. And Michael Anthony Fitness, tell him. Bust him in the ass. All right, I'm out of here. I'll talk to you at 5 o'clock, Mark. Don't piss me off.
You know what? I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!